Today we're going to do a little bit of poetry reading. Share My Ice Cream. It's a collection of poems that express the feelings jumbled inside. By reading them, maybe create an opportunity to express and share the evoked feelings with the people in your life. A changed perspective can change your world and those around you. Share My Ice Cream, I wrote, it's a kind of love letter, I suppose. Loneliness, you're a friend that holds a candle to friendship, shows appreciation of all I have. Just the contents, you'll be hearing those. Even though you are not here with me, I am still creating memories of us. Obviously, I won't be here when this book eventually gets read, but you never know. So the first poem is Poorly Drawn Lines. Written in the autumn of emotion, in an attempt to lay the feelings under a blanket of words, to provide perspective to the summer of emotions. Born from the tumultuous flood of spring, no matter the ground or the weather, we will always grow. To be so old yet so young, to reflect without knowledge, to stumble for words in a rush, forgetting the order to confer meaning. How am I to convince myself of the worth, my experience as a garden, all but ashes in my hands without the water of your gaze? My fingers can but trace the lines of your life in hope of inspiring, as stirring to entwine the lines of your future selves. I am but the undrawn lines to underscore your words. Unsigned and unwritten, lost to the pressure of the end, the words like rivers trickle into my mind, each drop a wanton craving of an empty mind, the delusion of fullness, of fountainous wealth, lost down the path of pen and tongue. Just the look to convey the endless well of emotion, left to the vagaries of interpretation, to pass the light of 1,000 lives. The landscape of loss. The grief of the never was or the never will be, like an injury of self, the missing ghost of emotion, most keenly noted for its constant reminder of absence. The kaleidoscope of perception, shifting, adapting, changing, focal to the pain. Fragments of colour pulled in yet falling from view. Feelings heightened and expanded, everything rough and unwieldy, sharp of sound in the breath of others. Falling through the voids, ever desperate, ever crowded, no end in sight, as it all falls away. The plains, the only sensation underfoot, flat. That one was written at a time of loss with myself, and hopefully will help. Box of mirrors. The distance is an illusion, a sense of depth behind the eyes, an echo that never dies. Every bubble expanding, reinforcing the edge, but back, only void. The emptiness reflected in the near image of you, the tiny deadened vocalizations of thought, like footsteps silenced by the snow. The cathedral, created by the dust and tendrils of steely will, the sadness draped like tattered banners from beams and boughs, scattered on the floor and pews of order. Stone Circle Priestess. The air, like an extension of the diamond scattered ground, jealously guarded, holding, never releasing. Silent thoughts granted, shared and embraced. Let slip the bejeweled feet first into view. The chorus of booted feet follow, conducted with an exquisite grace, performed. My eyes conducted upward and arranged in organised fashion as to the puppeteer's hand. I know the beauty, but not the face. Ignorance. What are words to a lake? They hold no shape, they affect neither course nor form. The lake cannot follow, for the rivers by evidence only drain. No direction can it follow, just the downward pour of rain. The rain makes sense in the small measures it does dispense. Signs of written word lead to nowhere by design. Trail of thought lost to the slopes and valleys. Never mind. That was written in response to a long-term problem in my life. That is the ignorance of other people, and how it seems that violence or physical response seems to be the only thing they understand, but to get your point across you have to avoid being physical, and there is no common ground, and you have to work around it. Whisper from reality. I am not lost. I found you. You make everything new. Maybe you made me lost. I did not travel to lose me. I was just here for adventure to arrive. Memories. It's the last one, and then I'll take a break so you can catch up on the 5 minutes tomorrow. Memories. The colour of my thoughts, worth the paint on your hands. The black of nothing, a long ago memory like one point in a million. The sadness of memory, the connection of few. Loss that is hard to unravel. Swim through the reality of me.